For cheap D2R items, visit aoeah.com. You get 3% off with the code ARIAD. Check the link in the description. Hello and welcome to another short trip into the past. For this one, I have installed the old version of Diablo 2 and then also an older version of Lord of Destruction. So I can show you some things which are buried in the past so deep that you can't recreate them in Resurrected or even in newer patch versions of the old game. As I had to install and play the old versions from my original CDs, I am sorry that I can only show you the German text version. Here you can see how tiny the chest was at the beginning, and there wasn't so many unique items yet, but Stones of Jordan were existing since the beginning. We start with the monster that was completely removed from the game because it was just too nasty, especially in hardcore mode. Flame Spike the Crawler was a super unique razor spine that made the inner cloister waypoint extremely unsafe. I'm only in nightmare difficulty here, and the sorceress also has a bit more life than usual. Using this waypoint was very risky because sometimes you were dead before the map was even loaded. Especially if Flame Spike had the mods Extra Strong or Aura Enchanted in addition to his Cursed and Fire mods, this was actually a sure death sentence. Hephaestus the Armorer was also very dangerous back then, as he had the mods Extra Strong and Cursed. Together with his high physical damage, surviving was really difficult for melee fighters. Nowadays he has Aura Enchantment and Spectral hits, which is definitely less dangerous. Here in the Chaos Sanctuary, we can see why the Frozen Orb was so nice back then. There just was no casting delay. In that time, Lord Desai's minions have not been melee fighters, but mages. Accordingly, Desai also had the Conviction Aura. Together with the Curse Lower Resist which a Mage Knights cast, the aura was very dangerous of course. Desai also had the unusual modification Thief. With every hit he dropped a potion from the character's belt. Regeneration potions were not picked directly into the belt, and there was no button to move them from inventory to belt quickly. Very annoying. By the way, it was extra ugly when Desai had the multi-shot mod. I'm still in nightmare mode and you can see how my sword gets smacked. In hell mode and especially in hardcore, you would leave the game immediately in a situation like that. Further, all Mage Knights in the Chaos Sanctuary could also cast Iron Maiden, which was especially disgusting for barbarians. If you got the curse while whirling, you could just watch the barb kill himself. The Infector of Souls used to have a purple hue, so he looked a bit like the Milka cow with wings. Diablo himself used to have a different color in each difficulty, red in normal, green in nightmare, and black in hell mode. Now we continue in Lord of Destruction, where we have slightly better graphics and finally more useful unique items. Charms, jewels and runes also came with the expansion, but there were hardly any good rune words yet. But I can show you that Storm Shield was an Aegis back then, and Bartuk's Cutthroat were called Bartuk's Chop Chop. I think it's understandable that Storm Shield was changed to Monarch. The strength requirements of an Aegis are really bad. But I don't understand why the Assassin's Claw was renamed. Chop Chop sounds quite funny. With Lord of Destruction, the color designs of some super unique monsters were also changed. Another revision took place after 1.09, and that's how the monsters still look like. Let's compare a few designs from 1.08, Vanilla, and I'll also include those from Resurrected. There is Corpse Fire, for example, which used to be green and not blue. The Snake Fang skin in the Claw Viper temple had a purple color scheme and already its lightning mod. Fire Eye was also green. The two colors, green and purple, were generally more common back then. Icehawk Riftwing in the sewers of Act 3 was purple and really hard to get with his teleport mod. I think the mod has been changed over time, it just triggers less often these days. Then we have Lord Desise again, this time in a smooth red color. The Thief mod has been removed and the nasty Conviction aura has been replaced by Fanaticism, just like we know it to this day. However, Desise was still accompanied by mages, which of course makes no sense for the Fana aura, so they later became the melee knights he has today. The Infector of Souls also had different colors in the past. In Act 5 we also have two examples. The yellow goblin duck farm at the narrow part of the bloody foothills used to be light green, and Ibeck even seemed to be a bit turquoise. Later, the developers decided to make him red after all. When did you start playing Diablo 2? Feel free to write it in the comments. I'll say goodbye, take care, and may the loot be with you.
Follow me. Come on. Thanks. Goodbye.